How to win in Chapter to Standard Mode on Terminal, Roblox. When you first load in, walk forward to find and pick up the screwdriver.
Hooray! Good for you. It looks like you made it off the train. Unfortunately,
The screwdriver should be towards the end of the room, just past the flower AI image.
Self-destruction procedure. That means that the train will explode in 90 minutes, which will likely release toxic gas into the surrounding environment.
Pick up the screwdriver and then bring it back to the area close to where you spawned.
There's an elevator.
The
If you
screwdriver
take that
can be used to
elevator,
remove
you should be able
screws
to ride
and
it
reveal
all the way up to
multiple
the
ones
surface,
that you have
where
the
you should be
ability to
safe from
cut.
the blast and any resultant damage to the surface or surrounding air. Better get moving though. Time is ticking.
Once you have reached this area, remove all 4 screws to reveal the wires. After the wires are revealed, walk to your left to find the scissors located on the train tracks. Once you find the scissors, collect them and bring them back to cut all the wires. Once you get back, start by selecting the middle of every wire and cutting all of them. Next, we will need to reconnect all of the wires in a certain order. On the other side of the train, there is a poster that will help us find the order we need to connect the wires in. This poster shows you what order the wires should be reconnected in. As you can see, the instructions are very specific and it will be very difficult to figure out the order you connect the wires in. The correct order of the wires is purple, brown, red, green, black, orange, white, pink, yellow, blue. The order purple, brown, red, green, black, orange, white, pink, yellow, blue. After all the wires are connected, the power will be back on and we will be able to enter a code in the keypad. If we stand on the top of the train, we can get a better view of the flickering lights. When we examine them left to right, the dragon art has the first flickering light. The flickering light means that the dragon image is important. If we go back behind the train to the posters, we can find a dragon poster. The dragon poster should include our first number to our code. Then we can move on going to the right to get the next numbers from the sign next to it. The dragon poster on the wall includes the number 2, making to the first digit in our 4-digit code for the keypad. If we go back on top of the train, we can find the next flickering light to the right of the dragon, which will tell us the second and third digit. On the maintenance room sign, we can see some flickering letters and some letters that have their lights out. If we look only at the flickering letters, we can tell that it spells 19, meaning that our second digit is 1 and our third is 9. We can get the word 19 from reading the letters flickering from top to bottom. Be sure to not pay attention to the letters with their lights out because they don't mean anything and are meant to confuse you. If we walk further to the right, we can find one more flickering light. This flickering light is above the image of the sun, meaning we need to find a poster behind the train that includes the word sun on it. If we find the correct poster, it will give us the fourth and final digit to our code to help us unlock the door. This poster includes the word sun and has the number 3 on it, so 3 is the final number to our code. Now that we have our fourth and final digit to our 4-digit code, we can run back to the other side of the train to enter our code in the keypad and unlock the door. Our code is 2193. When you first walk in, you will see a keypad requiring a code to move on. To get the first number, we need to run over to the broken tiles, which will give us a math equation. It says that we need to do 4 times moon minus 2 times sun. To do the equation, we need to find out what number moon and sun are equal to. On the wall, there are 2 paintings. One is of a moon and one is a sun. They both have a sticky note including a number, and both numbers we can use to do the equation. The painting of the moon has a sticky note with the number 4 on it, and it wanted us to do 4 times moon. This means that we have to do 4 times 4, which will give us 16. Next, it wants us to do 2 times sun. On the image of the sun, it has a sticky note with the number 7 on it. It wanted us to do 2 times sun, so we need to do 2 times 7 to get 14. Now that we have the numbers 16 and 14, we are able to subtract. 16 minus 14 equals 2, making to the first digit to our 4-digit code for the keypad. Next, walk over to the pipes. We will need to do a pipe puzzle for the second digit, but first we need to find 2 missing pipes. Pipe 1 is located on top of the train. Pipe 2 is located on the image of the park.
Only 80 minutes left. Maybe if you wave to the cameras, someone will come rescue you. Just kidding. Those
Once you're
cameras
back
went
at
out
the
of
pipe
service a while
puzzle,
ago.
place the pipes
GNCU has
onto
moved most
it
of their
before doing
surveillance
the
efforts
puzzle.
to residential areas. You've got to keep your citizens in check, don't you?
Now, you need to rotate the pipes to connect one round end of the pipes to the other. Once you've connected the pipes correctly, they should light up. The lit up pipes look like the number 5, making 5 our second digit. After the pipe puzzle, we have to examine all the sticky notes in the room that can help us discover what Anita was doing. She left her house at 15:30 for Archer Lane, went to work at the bakery, got dinner at Vic's Diner, met Sam at Pete's Arcade, went to Elderglade Park, and ended up at West Lysteras Terminal. If we connect the dots, it should form the number 6, which is the third digit. Feel free to take the third digit from the video instead of trying to do the entire puzzle yourself. It is very complex and intricate and will take you a long time to do the sticky note puzzle. Since our third number is 6, our code so far is 256. For our last number, we can walk over to the computer, which will give us a hint to what we will need to do. It says to count the sticky notes and see how many dozens we can split the number into. When split into dozens or several groups of 12, we can discover there are 7 dozen sticky notes, making 7 our final digit. We can then walk over to the keypad to enter the code. Our code is 2567. Before dropping down, be sure to grab all the ciphers. You will need 5 ciphers for the last room. When you are down in the maze, search for more ciphers and a TV remote. At the end of the maze, there is a hole that you can jump up to reach the next room. There are screens around the room, allowing you to fill in squares. It will form a number on each one if made correctly. The screens in the middle of the room flash letters with numbers in certain fonts. If you enter a square in the area of the middle, screens tell you to on the screen with the matching font and color. You can eventually get a number on each small screen around the room. Be sure to collect any ciphers in the room, as well if you spot one. If you pause the TV in the corner with your remote, it will tell you what screen to check first. If you look at the font and color of the words, you can discover that the screens you filled it in share those fonts and colors. Go to each one and see what number is made with the filled-in squares you put. This screen should contain the first number if you did it correctly. It should form the number 2. This makes to the first number in our code. It says we can get the second number from the screen with the blue text with a thin font. If you entered the squares correctly, it should make the number 6, which is our second digit. We can get the third number from the screen with the green and thick text. If the squares are entered incorrectly, it should form the number 7, which is our third number. The fourth screen shows the number 8 if everything was entered correctly. Our code is 2678. When you walk into the last room, you will see that a secret message is on the wall. We will need to exchange each letter for another letter using the ciphers we collected previously. When correctly correctly translated, we will eventually end up with the formula. The formula is 45 plus 23 times 5 plus 30 times 100 plus 7 times 4 6, comma, this is equal to 3,480, to which is our code. Our code is 3,482. After entering the code, click the green up button to win the game and use the elevator.